The Miami Heat and the Phoenix Suns have already engaged talks for a potential trade for Kevin Durant. If the Miami Heat trade for Kevin Durant, should they give him that 2-year extension? And how can the Miami Heat get to the Indiana Pacers level? All that and more in another episode of Miami Heat Talk, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And now that we got that out the way, hit the intro.
That is enough said.
Happy Thursday, Heat Nation. Your boy Ernest here, back with another Miami Heat Talk video. Hope everyone's having a beautiful Thursday so far, you guys. And together, please join me as we go on another Miami Heat Talk adventure. First and foremost, you guys, what an incredible NBA Finals Game 3 last night. Indiana Pacers defeat the Oklahoma City Thunder. I'm rooting for Indy, you guys. I love the underdog. But this has been a great NBA Finals. One of the best in the last few years. You have a lot of mixture of drama, competitiveness, nail-biting action. This has been incredible. Game 1 stole the show where Halliburton hits that game winner. OKC dominating Game 2. You knew that was going to happen on their home floor. They were going to respond well. But Game 3 last night, guys, unbelievable. Close game, and Indiana sealed it for the victory. And it was awesome seeing Reggie Miller front court with a Mark Jackson jersey. That was pretty cool. But I look at the Indiana Pacers. I look at a guy like Tyrese Halliburton, who is playing like one of the most clutchest players in the NBA. But when you look at his postseason numbers, averaging 18.5 points, 9.5 assists, and you look at a guy like Tyler Hero, and you're like, he's on the cusp of he's basically that type of player. He just needs that killer instinct. You look at a guy like Pascal Siakam, averaging 20 points, 6 rebounds in the playoffs, and you think, that's Bam Adebayo. Now, the thing about the Pacers that the Heat need to work on is the role players, is everyone else. You need consistency from your other players. You look at guys like Miles Turner averaging 15 points. Andrew Nembhard averaging 12.5 points. Aaron Nesmith averaging 13.5 points. Benedict Martin averaging 11.2 points a game. Obi Thompson averaging 8.5. TJ McConnell averaging 8.5. The Pacers are a well-rounded machine. The Miami Heat, guys, I feel like they're literally right there. And I get it. We didn't have the best season winning 37 games, but that was mirrored by that 10-game losing streak. They turned it around. They won 6 straight games. They won their 2 play-in games. Even if this Miami Heat team doesn't make a trade, you look at this team and you think, let them have another year. Let them have a training camp together, a full training camp, bringing back Kyle Anderson, Andrew Wiggins, and Davion Mitchell, and you see what this team can do. But that's not this Miami Heat team. That's not what Pat Riley's going to do. Pat Riley's trying to win now. So the main report that's going on, and we've been talking about this for weeks now, is Kevin Durant. How can the Miami Heat get Kevin Durant? And the big question is, do they give him that 2-year, $112 million extension? That's going to be an issue. It's going to be a cause for concern. Because Kevin Durant right now is 36. He'll be 37 at the start of the season. If you give him a 2-year extension, you'll be paying him until he's 39 years old. Now, Kevin Durant's game is a lot different than, say, Jimmy Butler, because I know a lot of people are going to say, you didn't want to give Jimmy Butler that extension, but you're giving it to Kevin Durant. Well, yeah, Jimmy Butler, you guys, he's going to be on the decline very soon, and he's not known for his jump shot. Kevin Durant has a different style of play, a style of play that's still dominating the NBA now. Guy averaged 27 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 53% from the field, almost 40% from the three-point line, and 83% from the free throw line. These are dominating numbers at 36 years old. Can he hold it until he's 39? The only person you've seen done that is LeBron James. Kevin Durant is a generational player, but it is a risk. One of the reasons why I agreed to trade for Kevin Durant is simply because he's on an expiring contract. So this is kind of like, okay, worst case scenario, it doesn't work out, and then he leaves. But maybe giving Kevin Durant an extension is smart because of what you're going to have to give up to trade for him. There's going to be a lot of other teams looking to get Kevin Durant. So BasketNews.com reported a trade earlier today, and it's kind of similar to what I said yesterday, but it's a little bit different, so I want to see what you guys think. The Miami Heat would receive Kevin Durant, and in return, the Phoenix Suns would get Terry Rozier, Duncan Robinson, Nikola Jovic, the 20th pick, and a 2030 first-round pick. That's top 3 protected. That's way too much if you ask me. Why am I trading you a 2030 pick for a player that's not even going to be with me at that time? I think that's ludicrous. There's no way I would do that. Me, it's you're going to take Duncan, Rozier, and your choice of Jovic or the 20th pick. The only way that I would give them both is if there's a lot of competition for Durant. If teams are offering more, well then yeah, you may have to up your ante. It was reported by Shams Charania yesterday, you guys, that the Heat and the Suns have already been talking. Suns are already talking to teams. And it's weird that the Phoenix Suns are trying to find the best fit for Kevin Durant. They're working with his agent to find the best fit. That might work with the Miami Heat, because what Phoenix really needs to do is just do what Portland did when they traded Damian Lillard. No, we're not going to send you where you want to go. We're going to send you where we get the best value. That's what Phoenix should do. But if Phoenix wants to work with Kevin Durant, and if Durant says, send me to Miami, then yeah, the Heat are really going to have a good shot. But if that doesn't happen, you guys, the Heat need to pivot. And where they need to pivot is focus on this roster for another year. Clear your books. Get Duncan and Rozier off your books next year. Hopefully Andrew Wiggins opts out of his player option. Now you have over $80 million in cap space. You have Tyler Hero, you have Bam Adebayo, Kel'el Ware, and Davion Mitchell to build on. Let's not forget that Haywood Highsmith, Kevin Love will also be off your books. So you're going to have a lot of flexibility going into the 2026 offseason. Now this trade bullshit thing, you don't have to worry about it anymore. Now you can go into the free agency where players like De'Aaron Fox, if he doesn't sign an extension, will be available. Trae Young, Luka Doncic, if he doesn't sign an extension, and a plethora of other players will be available. Sometimes you got to have silver years in order to have a gold year. I'm cool with trading for Durant. If the asking price is too high, hell no. Let's do it another year. It is what it is, Heat Nation. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. We're pushing to 7,000 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for the continued support. I know views have been a little bit down, but for those of you that stick with me and are in the comments and are liking the videos, you guys have no idea how much y'all mean to me. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. I love you guys. And until next time, your boy Ernest out with the Girl Dad shirt. And that is enough said.